6 Symptoms of Burnout, Not Laziness. Why does it seem like you've been lounging about in bed most of the time lately? Do you tend to become tired easily? And lacks the desire to take any action? Do you consider this kind of conduct to be merely laziness? Actually, there is a lot of overlap between laziness and burnout. It may make it challenging to distinguish between the two. A detrimental state of emotional, mental and physical fatigue, caused by an inability to handle an excessive amount of stress. And a poll from 2010 revealed, estimate over 75% of individuals in just the United States have exhibited burnout symptoms. More than 40% of cases being more severe. Education has become more important than ever, and gain a deeper comprehension of burnout. Following that, here are 6 warning signs. It is what you are presently going through is essentially burnout rather than laziness. The first is that you feel cut off from everything. Are you simply going through the motions? Like it was automatic? Is there an ongoing sensation? A feeling of being cut off from oneself? If burnout is affecting you, one of the things you may be going through is, yet fail to recognize or comprehend depersonalization. Those who feel depersonalized, most commonly those struggling with trauma, report experiencing an odd kind of emotional numbness or nothingness, as though they were witnessing life from beyond themselves. They no longer feel like themselves. Nothing seems to be holding their attention, and they battle the overwhelming sense of it continually, of powerlessness and impotence to regain control of their existence. Second, you used to be driven. Laziness is a personality quality. Character qualities also have a tendency to hold steady throughout time. The inability to exert effort is a trait of the lazy, or applying themselves to things. However, if you used to be very motivated and successful, excelling frequently in particular areas, and have just started to feel worn out, uninspired and apathetic, then there is a greater likelihood that you are experiencing burnout. And not just because of laziness as most people would assume. Third, you used to be enthusiastic. There is a distinct difference between a burnout and is the former person a slacker? They once had interests that they were passionate about, but perhaps are now having trouble finding interest or pleasure in any longer. No matter what it is, talent, sport, or simply scholarly, or general professional performance, you may struggle if you're burned out to pursue the activities you formerly found fulfilling or passionate. You may even grow to despise or dislike it, because you overworked yourself so much. And as a result, you pushed yourself to the limit. 4. You've started acting grumpy and irritable. Do you find yourself becoming irritable and snappy all of a sudden? Are you frequently emotionally exhausted and are unsure of why? Anxiety and irritation are frequent, but frequently disregarded symptoms of burnout. Therefore, if you start to struggle with mood regulation, especially when it was never an issue for you before, this could be the cause. On the other hand, lazy people are a stark contrast to this, because they frequently exhibit a very laid-back, casual, calm and undisturbed by circumstances. 5. You haven't taken care of yourself. One of the most upsetting cautionary signals that person could be exhausted both mentally and physically is if you begin to take less care of yourself and isolate yourself from others socially. Your eating habits have changed in a worrying way, and our sleeping habits. You stop making an effort to groom yourself or look good, and the majority of your time is typically spent on by yourself and being inactive, because you get tired so easily. Even the most straightforward tasks. The distinction between laziness and burnout. The fact that you weren't always this way stands out sharply. Sixth, these modifications took place gradually. Lastly, and probably most significantly, something to be aware of with burnout is that it evolves gradually. The previously mentioned points: losing drive and interest, particularly in things we once loved, having lost touch with yourself, and cut off from the world around you, avoiding social situations and skipping self-care, won't take place overnight. Studies demonstrate that there are in fact the 5 main phases of burnout, each with escalating levels of seriousness. Beginning of tension, honeymoon period, burnout, habitual burnout, and chronic stress. Symptoms start to appear in plenty of people. Beginning with the second phase, when the stress level is still moderate. Nonetheless, a positive attitude, desire, drive, and performance may have already begun to decline. And when you get to the 5th and last stage, your life has already been so deeply ingrained with burnout that the ongoing physical and mental weariness intensify and grow increasingly challenging to manage, increasing your susceptibility to developing depression and anxiety. Early detection of burnout symptoms makes it even simpler for you to get assistance and bounce back from it. Therefore, it is crucial to spread awareness. Instead of merely dismissing it as laziness, talk about burnout, similar to how most individuals behave. Therefore, if you or someone you know is in need, please, burnout, either mental or emotional, please don't be reluctant to get in touch. Contact a mental health care specialist right now and discuss it with them. If you locate this video to be useful, please click the like button. Please feel free to comment below with your ideas, experiences and advice, and spread the word to others. Fighting the burnout fog. Please remember to subscribe. Simply click the notification bell to get notified for our new videos. As always, we appreciate you watching.